Hello, folks. Welcome back. Chris and Limpopo at the Witkruis Memorial of the Witkruis Monument with Kobus. He's the caretaker here. We were talking about the nature of the murder of these South Africans. Particularly, we're talking about little Wilhelmine, who was 2 years old, who was shot in the head,
Yes.
brutally executed, and her parents were murdered as well. You wanted to talk a little bit about just the nature of these crimes.
Yeah, the brutality that's taking place in this murders, it's not normal murder. If you need food or you need money, you'll kill a person and you take that. This torture's going on for 11, 12 hours. Small kids raped. And I don't think that's anywhere close to
An ordinary crime.
ordinary crime that's taking place. So that's one of the things that drive us to put on this Witkruis Monument and to keep it alive and honor the farmers that paid the price with their life. We also think about all the food security that's
At risk.
that they're taking away from us, because there's many of the big farmers that was big potato farmers, big cattle farmers that's murdered, and they drive them away from the farms.
And a lot of those farms lay fallow. Nobody actually does anything with them.
In 1994, there was around about 110,000 commercial farmers in South Africa. At this stage, they around about 30,000, 32,000 that's left. They go out of the farms because of all the crimes, the murders, and all the racial things going on against white farmers in South Africa.
But years ago, in 2008, South African courts found that the liberation song, Kill the Boer, was hate speech. But more recently, the Constitutional Court refused to hear a lower court's case that said, in fact, it's not hate speech. So Julius Malema, among others, who was not even in apartheid, he was in nappies during the apartheid era, he runs around and exhorts people to violence, claiming that it's a liberation era song to motivate those South Africans against the system. But the system is run by majority Black South Africans at this stage, although it's a multiracial parliament. But Black South Africans wrote the Constitution, they implemented it, and this is how the country is moving forward. So this Kill the Boer, any thoughts on that, Kobus?
Yeah, well, we can see if we take the farm attacks that's taking place that we do every month, every day, that there's people keeping that together for us. And we can see as soon as there was a meeting where they sang that, for the next 2 weeks, there's more attacks.
More farm attacks.
There's more farm attacks that's taking place. Luckily, at this stage, the murders are down. The murders are down, but still they're trying to chase us away from farms via all the attacks and stuff that they're doing.
Now think about this, Kobus, and if we disagree, that's fine. But my experience with South Africans, whether they're Black, they're white, they're brown, is that most South Africans are, generally speaking, conservative. They believe in faith, family, and the flag. They care about worshiping. They care about raising their children so they're more successful than them. And I don't see a lot of animosity between ordinary Black and white and colored South Africans, but I do see this animosity from politicians. Would you agree or disagree?
I agree totally with you. I'm on the ground. I'm every day working with farmers, every day working with Black farmers and Black people in Limpopo. I mean, Limpopo is a rural area that's consisting about, I think, 99.3% Black people.
And you get along with these folks?
I get along with them. 99% of the Blacks that's on the ground that you work with
are good people.
Are good people. Don't worry about what's going on in the politics. It's only the little bit at the top that do all the chasing them and
causing all this
problems and stuff here.
That's really unfortunate. It's so sad. This is such an amazing country. I mean, my interest and love for South Africa has been there for a long time because the people are just amazing. I meet folks like you. I meet Tswana, who are amazing folks. I meet Khoi and San, just truly amazing South Africans. And to see what happens here, whether it's here with representation of all these people who've died on farms, or it's going to Khayelitsha and seeing the violence that unfolds there and the lack of law enforcement presence and a lack of deterrence in the judicial system, it really is heartbreaking. I mean, there's no reason after apartheid that South Africa couldn't have been the engine that fueled Africa's growth, the powerhouse, but instead it's kind of falling apart.
It's looted.
Yeah.
It's looted, totally looted. I mean, South Africa was quite a rich country. These you can call a mineral, and it's almost you can find it in South Africa, from gold, diamonds, everything.
Platinum,
Platinum,
manganese, coal.
Everything is in South Africa. I understand there's a oil field that's this.
Oh, really? I've been looking for the oil. I got to find out where that's at. just kidding.
Just yeah, no, but so we're actually a rich country that can do everything in South Africa, and I think we could have gone one of the best countries in Africa and in the world. I mean, pre-apartheid or pre 94, we were one of the big countries in the world.
Influential on the global stage.
On the global stage with our gold and our platinum and copper and everything.
But not so much anymore.
But it was looted, totally looted by the
politicians.
Post-apartheid politicians. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really sad. You know, one thing about it too is that people argue about land, but the government has purchased an awful lot of land and not distributed to aspiring farmers.
Totally. There's many thousands of hectares, hundreds of hectares. That's lying, not being used.
Fallow, unused,
and where they can actually produce food for Africa, not even for South Africa, for Africa.
And the one thing I think most people don't understand about South Africa is that only from an agricultural perspective, from planting things, crops, maize, wheat, lucerne, things like that, only 13% of South Africa is actually arable soil. The South African farmers have taken the desert and with irrigation and with farming techniques, turned it into a place that produces a vast amount of food.
That's correct, yeah. I mean, most of our province is a dry province with mountains, but still we're doing cattle farm and sheep and goats. Still produce something out of that, and that's what they killed all those initiatives that we did pre 94. And still farmers that's still trying to do that these days with all the labor laws and all the things they do.
Employment Equity Act.
All that kind of stuff, they kill the farmers. You can't go forward doing something right. Minimum wages. I mean, the minimum wages is terrible for us. We can't work with this.
So, Kobus, if you had the ear of the senior leaders of this country for 5 minutes, now don't give me a 5-minute answer, but if you had their ear for 5 minutes, what would you say to these folks, the black, white, and brown leaders of South Africa who are responsible for the governance of this country? What would you say to them about changing the trajectory? Would you have any words for them? Take the stage.
Yeah, I would say to them, you are actually public servants. You must help the public of South Africa to get forward. You must be the person that see that the money is spent right, that's given out. Listen to what the people say. Listen to your people. Don't do your own stuff, because I think that's one of the main things. They listen. They think out their own agendas, and I want to say bullshit and go on with that.
You can say that. Yeah.
That's what I see. What's happening.
Well, folks, I'm going to apologize to Kobus, because while his English is pretty good, I could see that he does speak in his self-defense. It's
totally
not his first language. So I want to thank him for his comments and sharing his thoughts here at the Witkruis Monument in Limpopo. There'll be more content coming. Again, I also would like to implore South Africa's politicians, with local elections coming up, municipal elections on November 4th this year. Folks, if you're registered to vote, please go vote. You know, for those of you who say my vote doesn't count, shame on you. If there are 8,000 eligible voters in a municipality and only 4,000 rock up 50%, you need 2,001 votes to take control of the municipality. Go vote for a party that you believe will represent your interests, and that's your choice. But please go vote. And I implore the politicians, enough of the nonsense, enough of ignoring the plight of South Africans, black, white, and brown. It is time to stand saam, South Africa. And from the Witkruis Monument, this is Chris. God bless.